Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, May 24th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies, which primarily right now is cross stitching, a little bit of sewing. Sometimes I'm starting to dip my toe into the quilting world. I had quilted a while ago, not anything fancy, just, blankets for the kids, that kind of a thing. And I'm just starting, I'm buying all the things. I don't have time to quilt, but I've got things. I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, and treat boxes. That's my primary paper craft. If you like what you see on the channel, I would really love to have you as a subscriber. So please take a moment, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new content. This week was a great week. Work went well. I was kind of working on a pretty big project. Something that I have not done before. I've done it before, but not for this purpose. Anyways, I got it done. I got emails out. I put our staff application online with our camp registrations. So our counselor registration is online, and that took a long time because I have to create each form, and then I have to put it in a page order, and then you have to test it, and something isn't right, and it took a while. But I got it done, and I was very happy, and I was able to cut out like 15 minutes early on Thursday, so that was good. I took yesterday off because I have comp time. I'm still upside down in my comp time, but it is what it is. It's fine. That is the season that we are in. And what I did yesterday is I did some finishing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things that I finished yesterday, and I still have 3 more to finish. But I might do 1 tomorrow. Otherwise it'll be the next time I do finishing. I had a finish and a new start, and I worked on some stuff. So, some stitching. So I'm going to start with my finishes, my fully finished object. I went ahead and I fully finished this one here, Home Sweet Home by Brenda Gervais with I Needle and Thread. It is not perfect because I had a brain fart and I cut this piece to size, and then it kind of puckered, and so I've got sticky tape underneath it, and I've pinned on the bottom and on the top. So it's not really perfect, but it's perfect enough for right now. You can see it's a little puckered there. That's okay. But I love the way it turned out, and I do really like this frame. I need to figure out how to take this off so that it'll lay a little flatter on the wall. But I know where I want to put this, and I hope to have some more stitches to put in that space as well. So that's done. And then I finished my May monthly weigh-in. This sits up on the shelf behind me. I know we've only got, 7 more days left in May, but look, I got it done. Now, here's a funny thing. This back piece here, I oriented it incorrectly. But it's okay. No one's gonna know unless I sit there and tell you. But I loved the fabric choices. I think it really complements the pinky reds in each piece. These are they're magnetized on the back so that they're easy to swap out each month. I do have the little pieces that you paint and go with them, but I only have Valentine's Day painted and Christmas painted, so I've got to have a painting day now and paint all the things. I also found in my stash, I forgot I had these, just strawberries. So I need to paint those too, so I pulled those out so that I could see them and remember, oh yeah, you have those. But anyways, I love this one. It's very cheery, very springy, and I like it a lot. Okay, I'm going to put it back. Cute. Okay. And then, pillows galore. So many pillows. I had so much fun with these. Where to start? When I started cross-stitching again in about 20, well, I picked it up in 2020, but I really started getting back into it in 2022, 2021, 2022. I stitched this pattern and I decided to try a variegated DMC. And I think this came from probably one of the primitive stitchers. So I just decided to make it into a little pillow. I added a 2025 charm. And I just something to tuck into a bowl. Really, 1796 doesn't mean anything to me personally. I do love the colors in this thread. And it is a DMC variegated thread, as is this one. And this one, it's so pretty. The teals are so nice on that. And then I finished it with a white and teal polka dot, and a dark teal chenille. Teal chenille. Say that 10 times fast. I had finished this one. This is a Primrose Cottage Snowman 2025. 2023, I think. I don't think I liked 2024. I don't remember. But anyways, I changed the hat band color and the scarf color because I wanted to use this more for winter. And then look what I did. I put Christmas on the back. Oh well. This was a hard fabric to find a backing for. I do like the way it turned out. Oh no. I think the cat got this one. This is an Annabella's, her bird, monthly bird. The cat did get this. Oh, that turkey lurkey. I found a hole. Anyways, and you can see she started to pull a stitch out, so I will have to figure out how to tuck that back in. But I love it. I did a coral, it's called Coraline Rick Rack by Lady Dot Creates, and I just used a pink micro gingham on the back. Oh, that irritates me. Strawberry quilt on berry smoothie. I found this fabric, which I thought was perfect for the back, and I did a silver 2025 charm. Lady Dot creates chenille. It coordinates with that medium pink in between the flowers. I love it. Another Brenda Gervais, love. I had originally thought I wanted to finish this to look like a Tootsie Roll, right? So this would have been like a barrel finish with ribbons and then some fabric on the end. And then I realized that you might not be able to see the love very well. So then I opted to go pillow finish, and I do love the pillow finish. I did a blue seam binding to kind of coordinate with the blue of the birds. And then my charms, squirrel just ran and jumped, leapt from the back fence into the tree. Oh, so glad my dog is not out here right now. A heart, a 2025, and a bird. The charms, except for the 2025, are from Tim Holtz Ideology. I love it. I got him out of one tree, and he ran and jumped up into the other tree that's actually closer to my office. So I'm going to leave him, and I will bring the dog out at some point, and hopefully the dog won't get bit by the squirrel. That happened with my other dog. She got one and got bit on the nose, and the vet, I took her to the vet, and she's like, I think you did a really good job of cleaning it. Do you want antibiotics? I don't think you're going to need it. I'm like, no, I'm okay. And then I had to call the next day and say, yeah, I need the antibiotics because it got infected. So I certainly don't want to, go through that again. I certainly don't want a, dead squirrel mess in my backyard either. I live very close to a nature center as well as the airport. And nature is amazing. Oh my goodness. I finished Grandma's Candy Dish. And this is the fabric that I used for the back. I love it. I think it is so perfect for an Easter finish. And then Lady Dot creates chenille trim. So pretty. Merry and Bright. Merry and Bright does not have a trim finish for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm tired of finishing. Number two, I'm not quite sure what kind of finish I want. I do have sparkle, like a tinsel garland in a couple different colors. I think I have a red. I also have, I think, red eyelash trim that would look good. I could use a chenille. So I'm not quite sure, but it's the same fabric as the snowman. I could just leave it like this too. It doesn't look bad. Once I decide though, I will go ahead and I'll add my 2025 charm, and I have another couple of charms that I can choose from that are Christmas related that I'll add to it. Cocoa Quaker. So this is the finishing kit. It came with the fabric and the wool felt square, and then I added a rusty bell and a charm, one of the bulb safety pins, And then I had a green gingham ribbon that I thought just added a little something to the back. But I love it. And last but not least, my giant summer Quaker. I don't think I'll ever do one this big again. I love it, but I don't at the same time. Does that make sense? My goodness. I noticed, I looked over, I was finishing last night, and Chanel, our fluffy cat, was laying on my pillows. So anyway, so it says 2024 down here, but I did add a 2025 charm to the back because I finished it in 2025. I feel like it might need something else back here too, so I don't know if I'll put a ribbon, some buttons. I haven't quite decided yet, but I might do that. And if I do, I might move that 2025 charm. We'll see. But that's how far I got. I made quite a bit of progress. All of my little pillows that I love so much. So irritated that that one got attacked by the cat, apparently. So cute. Okay. Finish. I did last Saturday take time to go through all of my whips and my my new start basket. My new start basket is either of things that are kitted. Well, they're kitted, either fully kitted or they're missing something like fabric or a couple of flosses or sometimes a couple more than just a couple flosses. So what I did is I sat down and I made a note in my phone of all the different things that I'm missing, so that when I do an order, I can pick a project or two and just start filling in. Or when I go to Hobby Lobby, I have DMC on that list. I can pick up DMC for that project and then move them to know that they're done, they're ready to, fully ready to go, and then I can start working with them and kitting them up. I'm sorry, starting them. Then I pulled out from all of my two whip bags and my whip baskets, I pulled out projects that are at least 50% done. So I have a nice little collection of those, maybe 10, maybe a couple more, a couple less. So I picked up one and I finished it this week. And I'm so glad that I did because I love it. This is the retreat piece for Pacific Stitchin' retreat from the end of February, beginning of March with Live and Die LA. This is their fabric that they gave us, and it is called Sunset Over California, 32 count linen. And then you got a matching Night Settles variegated floss. Really beautiful. And that's my finish. The pattern looks like this, and it had kind of a chunky PS25. I didn't really like it. I would have stitched it, but then Sandy was stitching Sandy. She did birds, and I saw hers and I liked it, so I copied Sandy. But I did put Pacific Stitchin' down here so that I would know, oh, that was from Pacific. Probably not going to remember what PS is in 10 years, but that's what I did. I see this as a round finish. I need to figure out backing fabric. So this will go on my list of things to look for, because I really want to get this finished so I can throw this back into my stash. I know I started this very up high, but I wanted this dye pattern to be the sunset. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of linen. I really, really like it a lot. So I got to finish. Very happy about that. I just need to fully finish it. New start. Nope, I had another finish. 2 finishes. I am working on 12 monthly minis. I was sick with COVID from the Pacific Stitching Retreat. So I was home for several days, and I started and finished the February and the March. And then I started the January, which I just finished. You can see it better here. This is the January. So it's very, very cute. The fabric I am using is a 32 count Buttermilk Lugana by Live and Dye LA. I really like that. And then I started April up here. Picked my own colors because I didn't want to have to buy colors. I mean, if I'm going to the store, that's one thing, but these are small enough that I think I can pick something from my stash and be just as happy. So that's what I decided to do with these. January is done, and I started April, which is down here. I'm only putting floss with 1 or 2 of those designs at a time, so that I tend to work on something for a little bit and then it sits for a long time, and I don't want all of the floss for all 12 of these to be sitting dormant when I have other things I could probably use them for. Okay, I made a decision, and I started Summer Trio by Brenda Gervais. I'm using all the called for floss. There might be one that I have to switch out. I don't know yet. I'm stitching this on 36 count Zion Sunset, and you know, she did not put her company name on the tag. But if I can remember, I will look her up. It's an Etsy shop. Nicole Spohr bought from her and bought this color, and I loved it, so I picked it up. I'm stitching this 1/2 and Hell Summer, but didn't get to the O. But it'll be Hello Summer. And I think I am really going to like this fabric. Here are the called fors. This is the one color I might have to change. It's a little too close when you pull out one strand. We'll see when we get there. It reminds me of like, Zion. So Red Rock the soil, the sandstone colors in Utah, northern Arizona. So I got to start on that. Pillow number 1 out of 3. These are going to be bigger than what I thought. I think it calls for 36. Well, it does call for 36. I tend to like doing these pillows out of 40, but I didn't order 40 in the fabric. And I ordered the fabric before I knew what I wanted it to be. So I just went ahead and I started. When I stitch on 36 count, sorry, plain. When I stitch 36 count and 40 count, I do, and higher, I do 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads. I do want to try 1 over 1 at some point. Not there yet. Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. This was my birthday start from 2022, I believe. And here's the whole piece. And what I did is I brought this border up. Oh, sorry, you can't see that very well. Let me do it this way. I brought the border up. So that is the top corner of the design. It will look like the bottom corner. I'm half tempted just to continue on with the border, but we'll see. I'm afraid that I will work all of that border and get it all the way over and it won't match up. Whereas if I do a little bit at a time, I'm not frogging an entire border. I'm frogging a smaller section. So I'd really like this to be finished this year. I was hoping for a finish by my birthday. My birthday is in August. I don't see that happening. So maybe by Christmas. That would be lovely. And I'm using the called for fabric is a 40 count vintage country mocha linen, and I'm using the called for flosses. Beautiful, beautiful, primitive colors. Oh, this one gave me the business just a little bit. I am working on Unplug and Go Outside, and I'm working on this for my office at work. It is in this book. I do have this book linked in my Amazon shop if you are interested. In an easy way to find it and order it. Hold on. It has all these projects in it. So there's some really good ones. I'm stitching this on 40 count cream linen, called for DMCs. 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads. So I finished the rocks, the boulders over here, and I added started working on adding some flowers, and I started working on the trees. This is the tree, part of the trees, like the dark shadows that the tree, like a forest. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. I mean, I struggled a little bit with the rocks just to get them done. A little bit of frogging because I got off on my count. And I think I got off on my count because I stopped. I mean, I stitched all one color for most of the rock, and then I stopped, but I was off a little bit, or when I picked it up, it was hard for me to find my spot. But I do love it. I think it's going to be a really fun addition to my wall at work. I can see that in a lighter wood-toned frame, maybe like a blonde, maybe. And butterfly cloche. This big white butterfly here, really, I had to rip some of it out, a good chunk of it out actually, because it was giving me some trouble. It wasn't lining up properly. So somewhere I had messed up. I did fix it. I still think it looks a little wonky, but maybe not so bad. So I had to re-outline this wing, and I tore out the black that was on the inside. I think that's where I was off. But I started doing the fill-in. I'm just trying to get to a point where it's the white fill-in, and then I could just easily fill it in without thinking too much. And then I brought the cloche up and, extended that up. So there's, like a few stitches here that's kind of like the reflection of the cloche. And I think there's some more up here, same thing for the reflection. But I do love this. I am stitching this one on 40 count Cafe Au Lait. And I love it. I see this in my bathroom off my bedroom, primary bathroom. I think it will look really pretty there. So that's kind of the plan. If I can ever get past that butterfly. I think I felt the same way about the other butterfly too. And that's it. Yeah, I am ready for patriotic stitching. So I have a couple of things in the works, ready to go. Well, one, I have to frog a little bit because the dye lots were different. But I think, and I have another one that's a new start. It's the third pillow out of a series that I worked on last year. So I want to get that one done. But I think I'm going to, before I, am done in my room this afternoon, I think I'm going to go through my charts and pull out a couple of patriotic pieces so that I can work on them a little bit. I think it would be nice to start some new fun patriotic pieces, and go from there. See where it takes me. This week coming up, work. Off on Monday, training on Saturday. Is that right? Training on Saturday? Oh God, I hope not. Luncheon for our seniors on Sunday. Oh no, CPR training. CPR training on the 31st at 9 a.m. Then our senior luncheon, and then on the next day, and then we start getting into parent orientation. So next week will be busy as I prep for parent orientation. We're doing 3 of them. Probably have to do one on Zoom. Something new for us. We've never done them this way before, or really at all. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a fun thing. I'm relieved because most of the parents are happy to come. But then there's a part of me, I'm like, ugh. One during the day, one evening, and one Saturday. I'm going to be at work almost every Saturday in June. And then I'm going to be working 2 Saturdays out of July. It will be okay. It will be okay. So, we'll get through it. I think that is it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I have one more finish. Let me get it for you. 13 finishes. It's done finally. This is Stitch and Seasons, I believe. It was a Fat Quarter Shop quarterly stitch kit. So I have all of them done. I have spring up there already. I have summer, I have autumn, and now winter is finally fully finished. And I absolutely love the way it turned out. I had an idea. I just wanted the board to be black because there's quite a bit of black or charcoal in the stitch itself. I found this plaid is actually a dishcloth, and it has a little silver. Can you see a little silver threading through it? And or maybe it's not. Maybe it was a fat quarter I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, so I used the blue and white and gray plaid behind this piece. I tried to finish this piece as close to the edge of it as I could. And then I had snowflake stencils, and then this is, I know it's showing up very green, which I'm not super duper happy with, but it is what it is. I wanted it just to be a soft, iridescent snowflakes, and they are that, but they are more green than they are like aqua blue or clear, which is what I really wanted. But that was a glitter paste that I used and a snowflake stencil. Not perfect, struggled quite a bit with it, but it's good enough. And then I pulled out, it needed something else, and I was looking at my others, and like this one up here has a bow and the wooden cutout attached to the center. Over there, same thing with autumn. It's got a really pretty autumn bow with a cutout in the center. The summer has a little bow, like ribbon off the side and sunflowers. And so I wanted to finish this in a similar way. And I really do love the way it turned out. So I just took the gingham ribbon, I cut off a large length of it, tied it around with the bow, cut the tails to length, hot glued, put just a little dab of hot glue. You could probably use a fabric glue, but I had my hot glue gun out, and I just a little touch. So I tacked the ribbon down here and in a couple places over here, and I love it. I also tacked the bow. I glued the bow down in place here. I attached the mitten first, and then I put a little bit of glue behind it and just kind of stuck it there so that it's really secure. The ribbon itself is loose. Oh, and I did tack it a little bit in the back so it wouldn't slip down. Now I'm done. Okay. I feel like it's been a little bit of a discombobulated video. A little shorter today just because I had a day, really like a day and a half of finishing. And not as much stitching, and that's okay. Finishing counts too. If you have not done so already, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Make sure that you like the video, share the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. I do try to respond to them the same week that they are made, either with a little heart emoji, so you know that I've seen it, or I actually do respond back. This week, I plan on doing a little bit more stitching. I think I'm done with finishing for a while, although I'm kind of feeling the pull to pull out. I bought the Fat Quarter Shop mystery quilt, I think, box for the 4th of July last year, and I've kind of been feeling the pull to pull that out and finish it, or just to start it, get it made up so I could send it off to someone to be quilted. So we'll see. Tomorrow we're doing a barbecue because my husband has to work on Memorial Day. And yeah, it's just going to be a few family members, burgers, dogs, potato salad, baked beans. My mom makes a really yummy fruit salad. And then I just got to figure out dessert. But let me tell you, the brownie bar that we had at Mother's Day was so delicious. I'm thinking we might be doing another brownie bar. It was really good. And everybody enjoyed it. So maybe I'll call my mom and see if she would mind having another brownie bar. I could do ice cream bar. I don't have enough freezer space to store a bunch of ice cream though. Could do banana splits. That would be fun. Oh, possibilities are endless. Anyways, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day, the first unofficial start of summer, the first holiday of the summer season. And I hope that it's a safe one for you. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.